So we have receptors all around our body. So underneath our armpits, where our lymph nodes are concentrated, in our groin. And for women specifically, we have thousands of them in our very intimate tissues. And we can nourish these receptors with plant botanicals. Yes, CBD, cannabinoids, full spectrum hemp. Of course, the system was named for the cannabis plant. But other plants contain cannabinoids. And we can produce at least two of our own endocannabinoids, meaning we produce them ourselves.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Mind My Age, the podcast where we dive into the science and stories behind healthier aging. I'm your host, Neelam Brar, and today we're exploring the fascinating world of CBD and its role in supporting women as they age. I'm excited to introduce you to our guest today, Heather Hiemstra. Heather is the founder of Rockstar Blends, a company focused on harnessing the power of cannabinoids to enhance wellness. Today we'll be discussing how the endocannabinoid system can support healthier aging, with a special focus on women. There's a lot more available information and, more importantly, a lot more scientific research going on as it relates to women's health. So can you explain what the endocannabinoid system is and why it's so important for women, especially as they age?
Absolutely. So the endocannabinoid system is something that exists in the body of every mammal. Just because we discovered it in the 80s and 90s doesn't mean it's new. And here's what the medical community says about the endocannabinoid system. It is a system of homeostasis. It's a system of balance. So I'm going to give you 5 things right now that to me mean feeling balanced and to me mean feeling useful. 1, sleep. Your endocannabinoid system regulates your sleep. Yes, Heather, it's time to sleep. Sleep deeply, wake up well. 2, my appetite. Yes, I'm hungry. No, I'm not hungry. Yes, I'm full. Yes, I need to drink more of this, eat more of that. Understanding what my body needs. 3, my libido. I'm closer to 60 than I am to 50. I would like my libido to stay strong and well because science is showing us more and more that this impacts our immune function. Okay. 4, pain tolerance in the body. I've got 2 teenagers. I'm running all over. I've exercised. I'm doing all the stuff. Sometimes recovery is not where it used to be. But when my body is feeling balanced, it is. And then 5th, and I'm going to have to use my word that I don't love, but it keeps me juicy. I never liked that word, but it's true. When your joints are juicy, your skin is juicy. Everything else is juicy. It's really a secret of lubricating the body and keeping our body flowing smoothly. So these are all functions of the endocannabinoid system. So this is what I teach people to activate it, nourish it.
That's fascinating. It's so interesting to hear how much of an impact it can have on insomnia, anxiety, and joint pain, all things that are so linked to mood and as well as depression, really. So it's fascinating to think about how one can think about it as a whole system that can help support overall wellness. So how exactly do cannabinoids interact with the endocannabinoid system to help with these age-related issues that get a little bit tougher to navigate as we age?
So we have receptors all around our body. So underneath our armpits, where our lymph nodes are concentrated, in our groin. And for women specifically, we have thousands of them in our very intimate tissues. And we can nourish these receptors with plant botanicals. Yes, CBD, cannabinoids, full spectrum hemp. Of course, the system was named for for the cannabis plant. But other plants contain cannabinoids. And we can produce at least two of our own blend endocannabinoids, meaning we produce them ourselves.
Thanks, Heather. That's fascinating. We also know that inflammation is a major factor in aging. Can cannabinoids help with that? And if so, how?
Absolutely. And that is why CBD hit the market so fast and furious, because that is one particular cannabinoid that definitely helps reduce inflammation. I'm a fan of the entire plant, as well as some other plants that we've labeled as phytocannabinoids working synergistically together, the entourage effect of the cannabis plant with the cannabinoids. And what these do is they bind to the receptors. So we have CB1 receptor and CB2 receptors in our central nervous system and in our gut. And when we nourish these receptors, we look for balance. Our bodies look for balance. So if we're inflamed, our bodies know right away that's no good for us. We need to decrease the inflammation, activate the receptors, decrease the inflammation, decrease your pain. And on top of that, it's as if by using these plant botanicals, at least, you are giving a vitamin to your endocannabinoid system. I like that analogy. Think about nourishing. I like to talk to girls premenopausal and say, hey, take care of things down there now so that you sail through.
Sleep is another big topic, especially for women dealing with hormonal changes. How can cannabinoids support better sleep as we age?
That is, again, such a great question, because if you have a good night's sleep, you can rock the whole world, right? The endocannabinoid system, these receptors in our central nervous system, when they are nourished, when they are activated with plant botanicals or actual cannabinoids, they tell the body to de-stress, to calm. And when your body is de-stressed and calm, your brain, you can sleep easier, you fall asleep easier because your cortisol isn't soaring and your hormones aren't completely out of whack. Now, the beautiful thing about addressing sleep through the endocannabinoid system, rather than going for an herb, for instance, lemon balm, passion flower that helps you sleep, by going to the cannabinoid family, you're helping regulate your body temperature. Because me, who's always slept like a rock, there's nothing that would wake me up better or faster or keep me awake than a good night's sleep. When I'm nourishing my endocannabinoid system before I go to bed, boom, baby, it's like I sleep well and I don't wake up tired and I don't wake up soaking wet, because I'm doing the two birds in one stone thing by telling my endocannabinoid system, hey, I'm nourishing you, and my body temperature will be regulated.
Heather, what advice would you give to women who are curious about incorporating cannabinoids into their wellness routine so that they can see the impact it can have on things that we've mentioned today, like joint pain, anxiety, inflammation, and other areas that might be difficult right now?
Again, a great question, because there's a couple things you can do right now. You can moving the body, putting on music, singing. I'm going to give you all the easy ones first, right? But sometimes you decide, I need something hard hitting. These are the easy ones. Sing, dance, move, deep breathing, meditation. Science has showed us that you will actually produce your own endocannabinoid if you do this. Okay, you want to take it a step further. Check out plant botanicals for topical use. Rockstar Blends is a great place. This is my business. I have not cracked the code on this. There are other companies that are incorporating cannabinoids. I am incorporating with Rockstar Woman a whole plethora of plants for a whole bunch of different things to help soothe anxiety, boost your mood, increase lubrication, decrease pain, and you just need to apply them topically. There's so much information out there. The National Institute of Health, thank you for all of this published information that we can readily see.
Heather, thank you so much for sharing your knowledge with us today. For our listeners, if you want to explore the benefits of cannabinoids for healthy aging, stay tuned to Mind My Age for more tips and insights. And remember, age with grace and vitality because your best years are still ahead.